Okay, so our question for the example culminating was, as household disposable income rises, revenue in the television broadcast industry also rises. I know that this is not a really exciting topic, but this gives you an idea of what you need to do. So my data comes from Stats Canada, so I've got the data lined up. But the reason why I go back to the question is because disposable income was our X value, not our Y value. So the way the spreadsheet's set up to do graphs is to graph this on the independent and this on the dependent. It's just like you're used to from grade 9 to 11, making sure that this data is in the y-axis. We did a table of values. We always do X first, then Y. So if I just copy that data or cut it, and then I can paste it into this column, this is how I want it set up so that the disposable income is the X and the operating income is the Y. When I highlight the data, if I go now to insert chart, we can click on a scatter plot, and it would be recommended to us. And so you can see this. You don't need this here, but this is the disposable income and this is your operating revenue. Under customization, you can insert a trend line, a linear trend line. And so this is our line of best fit. Couple things about it though is that the E6 means that that's 1.102 kind of makes sense. That's our slope. But the E6, what that means is that you have to move the decimal place to the right 6 times. So when we look at our y-intercept, it's actually a lot higher up than 1.098. E6 means it's 6 zeros after that. So it's going to be 1 million around there, which does make sense for the line of best fit. And just want to make sure that we do show our R-squareds. So make sure we click this off under customization so you can see that level of correlation. We click insert there. Now to kind of back that up, also to like maybe get your regression again, if we go to the add-on statistics, we can click on regression. And as our response variable, just to make sure we're getting it right, we do want to pick operating revenue. And as our predictor variable, we do want to create disposable revenue. And we don't have to click these off. You can leave those and hit create. And right here, it'll create a regression spreadsheet. So now you can see that coefficient on disposable income, which is your slope, and then your y-intercept, which is 1.1 times 10 to the 6. So that decimal, if you click on it though, you can actually see the number. You don't actually have to do it yourself, which is nice too because it's not as rounded as 1.10 times 10 to the 6. Then you can see your R-squared value. You can see your, and then from the R-squared, you can now get equals the square root. And this just gets a little bit more accurate than what we have here if we do the square root of this number here, which shows up as the R-squared is 0.68. It just gives you more decimal places to play with.